Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
The government, all the ministers in the government, they can lie. They don't put also everything they say. They don't say the truth.
The people of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answer. It's Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Anthony April Godson William, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today, and we dropped out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team that they defeated. Everyone said that they put a crack away. Everybody say so.
On Face the Issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
You bow, Papa. You bow. You collected $22 million again without PPCC involvement.
Honored at this recent investiture.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Oneki. I wish to be something else, so we not vote for Latin and we here, oh. People dying in Kinja, horses money in single, parents crying for YFs. I thought they say we were in job. 100 years back and forth, Jarrah's life didn't go up. Yahweh Suole betray the labor. You can't call over to finish cable. Listen, we get gold, we get diamond, we get iron, oh. We get all, we get timber, we get rubber, oh. They sell the money in the bank and we are leaving, oh. After the 100 days, last quarter be the quarter, oh. But what kind of tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What kind of tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What kind of tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh.
And the first time in the country you will see I'm to wrong. We're not talking plenty ego, we're not fighting them we're going. And when we're talking, say the tip I got to win to all wrong. You can just be looking at all that to say sleeping monk, the men are pong. Expressing my feelings on the song, the 22 minute roll. You tell me how far you go. Then I only one talking say we are coming a bro. They been bossing from Ghana, the people send police for A, yellow machine from China, they come and say they know for A.
Yama, when I'm feeling from here. Joseph Bogavin for him.
One get it, made them to Esa. One get it, made them to Esa.
What on the tree will go? Waka, oh. We die, oh. Waka, oh. What on the tree will go? Waka, oh. We die, oh.
What play the freedom of speech? Tell me why they sack people for MCC. What the freedom of speech? When you thought you get the comment like Zaki.
We still trying to understand the government agenda. The rescue mission, rescue vision, by a fake impression. They get the job and lead the people with high expectation. Like who's that party in asking when the train will go? But how the train will go when the driver is old? We been sitting in the train, but the driver can't wake up. Now all the funny thing they make all do back give up. But who think on the budget?
Like they see me and I think of CPP document.
The house are selling like Dylan and young people property. But Uncle Prince and Jerry praying for Baga to rap it. The country pie on us so we can understand it. See how the people crying.
The legislature. Nearly 3 years ago, I assured the nation that road will be our focus. Not as a slogan, but rather the commitment to connecting communities with opportunity. In furtherance of our commitment, we focus on restoring key corridors and expanding secondary roads. We increased Liberia's paved roads from under 12% to 20% and maintained more than 780 kilometers of major roads, ensuring year-round access. Connectivity improved between Burraville and Buffalo, Salaye and Medicoma, Tapita and Zedru, as well as Buchanan and Greenville, reducing costs and easing hardship for citizens. Key roads like Ganta, Sakripe now 56%, Sakripe Tapita up to 92% have advanced, while Kiripo Fishtown route is now fully paved. Additional projects, including the Buchanan Greenville Highway, are in the pipeline thanks to partner support from African Development Bank, World Bank, and others. Efforts will be made more accessible to the rest of the country by road. The Army Corps of Engineers will play a role in delivering this initiative. In our ongoing commitment to maintain road access for our citizens, I am pleased to announce that the widely discussed 285 yellow machines procured by government last year are currently in shift. These assets will be situated at the county hubs and used to support road maintenance efforts and form a crucial part of our disaster response preparedness efforts across the country. Mr. Speaker, honorable members of the legislature, fellow Liberians, we continue to make progress in connecting county capitals and major assets. Although the RIA Road Corridor project faced delays due to ongoing orders and changes in scope, we are still able to increase the length of the pavement from 20 to 20 with the orders and rescoping nearing completion. Full work on this corridor is expected to resume in 2020. For my administration, our job creation strategy have focused on addressing binding and structural constraints growth, including investment in roads. And in this connection, we have created more than 70,000 short and medium-term jobs across infrastructure, agriculture, social protection, and small businesses, among other sectors. Going forward, the Youth Entrepreneurship and Investment Bank project launched in 2025 will support 30,000 youth-led businesses, creating over 120,000 direct and indirect jobs for the youth. A national employment acceleration strategy focused on agriculture, public works, skill training, and support to small enterprises has been finalized. This will facilitate more Liberians to earn decent life with dignity. Honorable members of the legislature, on January 15, 2025, the Liberian government launched the Arrest Agenda for Inclusive Development 2025-2029, the 15-county development agenda in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. These initiatives reaffirm the country's commitment to Vision 2030, focusing on delivering measurable results.
I'm here now, but the president just lied about the feeding program. The president just lied about the job. I mean, those are all lies. You cannot lie to the where in Mosorado, how did you legislate to your place? As I speak to you today, the youth generator to carry the president program on today. As I speak to you now, that generator is meeting. How can the president say you electrify the country? That's not true.
I address you today regarding the situation along our border with the Republic of Guinea. As President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia, it is my duty to keep the Liberian people informed and to assure you that the peace and security of our nation remain my top priorities. In recent days, concerns have emerged as a result of development along parts of our shared border in the Salamba area, Foya District, Lofa County. These developments have understandably attracted not only our attention of our citizens living in the border communities, but also being sensitive to the opinion of wider Liberian public. I want to assure the Liberian people that our government has been fully engaged and is responsibly managing the situation with calm and determination. From the very outset, the government of Liberia took immediate steps to de-escalate the situation by addressing it through peaceful diplomatic means. We have engaged directly with the government of Guinea to establish diplomatic channels. In addition, we have worked closely with our sister Republic of Sierra Leone within the framework of the Mana River Union to ensure that dialogue and cooperation guide our actions. Following these engagements, the leaders of Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone have reaffirmed our collective commitment to peace and stability along our shared borders. Through this understanding, all parties have agreed to work toward restoring the status quo and ensuring that our border communities continue to live in peace and uphold mutual respect and trust. I am encouraged that the government of Guinea has issued instruction for its forces to return to their previous positions along the border. This is an important step toward de-escalation and demonstrate a shared recognition that peace and stability must always guide our action. At the same time, our security institutions, including the armed forces of Liberia, the Liberia National Police, and other joint security agencies, remain vigilant and professional in carrying out their duties. They are working closely with the local authorities and communities to maintain calm while diplomatic efforts continue. I also wish to express my appreciation to the regional and international partners who have reached out in recent days to encourage restraint and peaceful engagement. Friends of Liberia across Africa and around the world, including leaders within the Economic Community of West African States, the AU, and other international partners have conveyed their support for a peaceful resolution of the situation. Their messages of encouragement and solidarity reaffirm Liberia's standing in the community of nations and strengthen our collective resolve to pursue diplomacy and dialogue. Let me be clear to every Liberian. Our pursuit of peaceful resolution is not a sign of weakness, but rather a demonstration of strength. It is easier to fight, break down, and destroy. As our own journey has taught us, it is more difficult to recover and build. That is why the government is exploring every available avenue to resolve this matter peacefully. We will continue to rely on diplomacy, dialogue, and the mechanisms of regional cooperation to ensure that this issue is addressed responsibly and without conflict. Liberia has always been a nation that stands firmly for peace. Throughout our history, we have maintained cordial relations with our neighbors and have consistently chosen cooperation over confrontation. People of our three borders countries share deep cultural, family, and economic ties that must always be preserved. Liberia has not only maintained peace within its own border, but has also played a significant role in helping to bring peace to other nations. From our contribution to the Regional Peace Initiative to our active participation in international peacekeeping missions, Liberia has demonstrated that our country believes strongly in peaceful resolution to disputes. Today, as we manage the situation, we remain guided by those same principles. My fellow Liberians, while we understand and are encouraged by the deep demonstration of patriotism and unity, I call upon all citizens, especially those residing in our border community, to remain calm and law-abiding. I also urge our people to avoid spreading unverified information or rumors that may cause unnecessary anxiety. Let us allow our security authorities and diplomatic channels to do their work. Liberia is a peaceful nation, and the peace we enjoy today is the result of our collective sacrifice, reconciliation, and deep determination to reverse the past after many years of hardship. That peace is precious, and this government will do everything within its power to protect and preserve it. Let us remain confident, remain united, and remain committed to the values that define us as a nation. May God continue to bless Liberia and keep our nation in peace. Thank you.
I have received today news of the evictions and destructions of our party headquarters. Unfortunate and regrettable as this is. I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially our supporters and sympathizers, to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process in the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and the peaceful coexistence among all Liberians, irrespective of party, social, ethnic, or tribal affiliations. Fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Emboldened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy. Their list of violations grows daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. We must, however, take the high road. In the interest of peaceful coexistence, I urge everyone to remain calm, law-abiding, and respectful of due process, despite this partisan political mischiefs from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Yet, before the battle was fully exhausted, the trickled, happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Waka himself, spurred into actions. This was not a lawful eviction. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill their very wish Waka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. While executing this criminal act, they made the cheers of their partisans. They failed to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration. Reckless behavior in its quest to consolidate power. Posterity will punish them harshly, while the laws of our office building is a setback. I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later. Thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience, fellow citizens, coalitions, well-wishers, and sympathizers. Fellow partisans, do not be despaired. While we admit these are difficult times, our party has faced worse situations, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Bwaka are destroyed, but we are builders. A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state-of-the-art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we will build. We are survivors by history. We are blessed with a spirit that overcomes even the most tragedies and misfortune. Remember the unity, strength, and identity of our party and coalition are not found in bricks and mortar. They live in the minds, hearts, and fighting spirit of our teaming supporters. Therefore, I call on every member of the party, our sympathizers, to mobilize and focus our energies on constructing our next premises. I must be clear, resist the temptation. I call on you, Lord, partisans, well-wishers, and optimistic about the political future of our party. We will build a better home then for our party. So help me God. God bless you.
And open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness with the presidency turning a blind eye, even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. But citizens, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Cruton to Pinsville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Sastown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign We are reorganizing. We are preparing. We are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Bouaka administration. And that institution is the Mate Coalition for Democratic Change. This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act. Not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us pay our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared. The dues are more than money. They are a seed of commitment, a pledge of loyalty, and a symbol of hope. I am so proud to launch this due payment campaign today because it means that you, the grassroots, you, the real owner of this party, are ready to step forward, take charge, and prepare for the future. As your political leader, I promise you this: we will not rest, we will not retreat, we will organize, mobilize, and energize until we reclaim the leadership of Liberia. But let us do it the CDC way, peacefully, lawfully, strategically, and respectfully. Because when our time comes, and it will come, believe me, we must be ready not just to win, but to govern better. We must correct the wrongs, improve the system, and restore the dignity of the Liberian people. So let us unite, let us rise, let us believe, and let us build. And to all our young people, I say, stay focused, stay clean, stay strong. To our women, you are the backbone of this movement. To our enemies, the wisdom stay needed, stay with us. And to our opponent, we see the failure and we are coming to face it. Again, as the great Nelson Mandela
people take my land, I will take my family and go to the president area, Joseph Boakai area, and settle there with my family because I have no area to go again. Wasonga.
So you go to
I will go to Wasonga. Yes, we go live there together. So long he can raise concern for us. Yeah, we go there, we all live together. So long if he can raise concern for our own area, then me, a community belong for everyone.
We will get there.
And so,
I want to close with this advice. Wait well. Liberia and Liberians will call on you again. And therefore, be prepared to win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country and our people.
Bouaka, we used to go to him, even fee Bouaka because of his title. Make it comfortable because of the title. But you see what he's doing? He got a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie.
But you should be concerned as well. While it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
AB, I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Soyota, I kept the peace. Chancellor, I kept the peace. I've never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that Those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, tenant position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson said, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we in opposition, Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson said, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest and we protest, we went to Ellen and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure, they come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot of.
If I were president of this country, I should go show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told you for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah. Thanks up to all of you wherever you are. It's great joining us right here tonight on this very day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God. We are right here beaming with life and that of good health, and no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. And remember, with God, all things are possible. So welcome to the program Face the Issues. On the program Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, no, but issues involving personalities. But when personalities do their thing in front of those issues, we don't we hesitate, but rather we tear you apart. And normally, and usually because of the pain that we attend, tearing you apart, we just tell you sorry. That sorry carries no indication that indeed we regret our actions. Never, ever do we regret our actions. So we are very grateful to all of you, no matter what it is that you may be going through at the moment. People will say what they want to say. People will talk what they want to talk. But what matters the most is what you do. And you know you are doing is what matters the most, you know, and I would think I will certainly get there. With God, all things are possible, and we will certainly get there. So don't hire your head for nothing on people. You can only hire your head if you are doing the wrong thing and people talking it, then you can hire your head on that one. But if you know you're doing the right thing, no matter what they say, just keep on. So what's up? We honor you. How was the weekend? Very great, fantastic. Liberia. Wow. Hey guys, you know, some of the United Party folks, you know, I made him a duty to make them to have no quiet enjoyment because there is no peace for the wicked people. And God is going to use people. Oh, in fact, God is using people like us to disturb the peace of the wicked people, especially those who in Unity Party who don't want to acknowledge the wrongs of this government. You know, I go through a lot of Facebook posts, and you hear some guys will be telling you the truth. Yeah, some of them will come out and say the truth. But again, here we are, grateful to the Almighty God. You know, sometimes it's not about politics. It's about the reality. And the only reason I believe in the reality is that the reality will always speak. Truth does not die. Truth is the truth. Even you wake up now, you ask anybody, the same truth they told you is what they will tell you. But if somebody manufacture lies, and then you just tap them on the shoulder and just walk them, or they will say a different thing. But if I told you, say, I came Friday, and I went to bed, you woke me up, you say, when you say you came again? Friday. So you will see that I have nothing to worry about. You know, truth is so stress-free. That's the problem with it. Lies goes with a lot of stress. Lies goes with a lot of stress. So truth is by itself stress-free. Lies goes with a lot of stress. Yeah. So that's why I always like the fact that, you know, sometimes when you there lying like that, you just embarrass yourself. Because you have to start reproducing. You know, you are on a reproduction spree. You have to be reproducing life, reproducing. But truth is true. Once born is born, it's done. You don't have to reproduce again. No. Once you have said truth already one time, it is already out. And that's why it is. So a lot of things are happening in government. Let me just say some in passing before we can go on. But again, let's have our little worship, you know, our praise and worship through songs. I always love that because it is God that guides people like us. And your prayers continue to be answered. So his name is Jesus, and I love this one so well. This one is from the Afro Praise and the Zion X. So they call this one, Your Name is Higher. And I love this one so much. So let me just play a bit of it, and then we can go here.
First thing on my lips is your...
You see there? So he said when you wake up in the morning, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing on my lip is what? Yeah. So you see that? When I wake up in the morning, the first thing on my lip is God.
When I wake up in the morning light.
So you see that one, yeah?
Lips is your name.
So the first thing on my lip when I wake up in the morning light,
coming through the
God Almighty, Jesus Christ.
You remain the same. Mountains move when you speak a word.
So here the place will come from. So the far thinking come from. Other people there on the other side. So ugly thing I got there. Ugly. So we right here together, people. How you doing? We are certainly getting there with God. All things are possible.
Every tongue confess, your name is higher than all.
You know, I love this song so much because God Almighty continue to carry me. Your name is higher than all. You know, I love because I told you that I can sing. I don't lie about singing.
No other name can save. No other name restore. Every knee will bow, every tongue confess. Your name is higher than all, stronger than walls that ever before. Jesus, forever we proclaim.
Oh yes, forever we proclaim. I love it so much.
Holy name, your name is healer. Your name is healer. Lifter of shame, breaker of chain. Forever
lifter of shame, breaker of chain.
Shout it loud, we're not ashamed.
I love it. You love it. And this is it. I'm very good for I'm good at singing.
Call him Yahweh. Call him Saint. Call him Alpha. Omega. Name above every other name. We lift you high and we proclaim your name is victory, reigning in might.
Oh yeah.
Hope for the Lord.
I love it.
Strength in the night. Jesus. Forever we sing. Glory and...
You know, normally to stand and dance is a difficult thing for me because I have little problem on the leg. So as soon as they sit in dance style, I'm really aware of it and I'm really good at it.
Jesus, forever we sing. Glory and honor.
Oh yes, glory and honor. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. God is wonderful. Remember. You know, the UP folks, they don't let to hear us, you know, celebrating or maybe dancing.
First thing on
because also bad thing that they get doing. And in the wake of the bad things that are happening, we just always there doing our things.
Forever you
of course happy all the time when God continues to provide for us. My old mama Dorothy they say you can also lala so easy.
Oceans bow at your
come on, you can sing more than me. You can try it. There's certain tune that when I enter in, oh my, you don't understand it. They call it the embarrassing tune. That tune itself is manufactured from God.
No other can save. Oh yeah. No other name restore. Every knee will bow, every tongue confess. Your name is higher than all, stronger than walls that ever before. Jesus, forever we proclaim power and glory in your holy name. Your name is healer. Your name is healer. Lifter of shame, breaker of chain. Forever the same. We shout it loud. We're not ashamed. There is power in your name.
so man vague. You say what? What happened to the sunshine?
Omega, name above every other name. We lift you high and we proclaim your name is victory, reigning in might.
You know, I love how you're thinking. You you come to the class of this threatening me with unity party. I will come for you.
Forever.
You know me, I don't joke. Go bring them and add on to them. You can say you security. You know how to stay to protect me. I have you looking at you, have you laughing. Again, it's gonna be security.
Glory and honor to Christ our King.
Oh yeah. You know, I love it. I know you love it. And we'll say thank you so much. And of course, just a little praise, remembering that there is a God, and God is always carrying us no matter what it is. So we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here and working together for the good of our country. You know, many of you may sit back and say, why these AB guys are doing what they do. The likes of Israel, the likes of Sam Andrews, and our morning show guys as well, and Solomon Bakari's, and the rest of the other guys, Issues in Society program, and just the CDC hour just end it. And what we are doing, sometimes you want to look at it and say it's a partisan approach. Yeah, you may want to say, but all of us here, we owe it to be patriotic. And the word patriotism is a biased word. It's a biased word. Patriotism, nationalism, all those words are biased. It's like you take yourself, prioritizing yourself, prioritizing your country. So when it comes to patriotism, you will be seen as you are biased. When it comes to patriotism, at that point, you will be seen as you are biased because you must take a side. And that side you must be taking the interest of the country. That's where patriotism is. So those are biased words. Those are words that are made of biases, right? Patriotism, nationalism, or whatever it is. So some of us, we don't take it lightly because when we were in school during those days, when they told us to salute the flag or sing the national anthem, they didn't just teach us to just say the wordings like that. No, they were telling us to own those wordings and live them. So when I was in La Grande Bassa County, when we stand the pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and the Republic of USA, one nation indivisible, blah, 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 blah. All those things were saying, we could see a recitation from the onset, especially those of us who were down the line there. We saw it like just regular recitation that you needed to recite before you get to class. But there were times that came that those teachers took those recitations that we stood on the lines and then took it into the classrooms. So there were much civics that they used to teach us. So we adapted all of that. In fact, there were some courses and things that they used to teach. In fact, it was part of the English courses. Look at me calling a course. English subjects, right? They used to say, think before you talk. All those things. So the social study book where you see Blamado, all those things, like how we got to know about community development, how people live in community, what kind of role people play in community, blah, blah, blah. We learn all of those things. So those words, those recitations were not just meant for just for reciting. No. We needed to say them repeatedly so that we own them. Because we were told that when it comes to those times, we have to stand up for ourselves, for our country. So we don't care. Whether anybody feels anyhow, it's about our country. What a political party or whatever, we shuffle one side and then we stand up for our country. That's what it is. So some of us, you may see it from political perspective. Yes, you agree, partly, but there's no one that is neutral. That's why I don't like to be deceitful. No one is neutral. I don't just like to have mine. No one is neutral. And if you want to stay clear because you are not neutral, good. But don't pretend to be neutral and knowing that you are not neutral. No. So if you want to act professional and say, oh yeah, I'm acting professional here and there, yes, you're acting professional. Professionalism is tied to objectivity. Like Abraham, I am very professional because I'm very objective. Anything I say is the truth. I am not here to come and say, oh yeah, the government did it, one, blah, blah, blah. I will not go into those kind of things. So you seen it? So government camp in District 2 in Sano County is really in this broadcast. I understand somebody from there. And Melvin Butler say I look so what? Palatable. So I want y'all listening to some of these things we say. Yeah. So we are objective. It's also another professional lines. If you go in America or whatever it is, yeah, we may have size. but we must be objective, right? So if it is the right thing, yes, we'll say it. So whether you like it or not, it depends on who you see it to be, because I know in the Unity Party area, there are other journalists that will take similar posture that I take, they will be called professional. So it depends on what it is. But again, it all ties down to objectivity. Speak the truth, and that's what it is. So we are very much grateful to the Almighty God for where he has placed people like us. And we'll always say, God, whether you like it or not, your business. If you think we're calling God's name in vain, it's your business. But God will continue to bless us, guard us, and protect us in every step of the way. For who we are, what we do, the kind of life then that we live in. If you see, some of you will say, but it may not even sort of be living, say no. But it's just God. And there's nothing you can do about it because it is God. That's God's doing. So you can't do anything about it. So you do what you can. Yeah, go on. But again, that's life. So the reason I'm saying some of these things, like, let me just say some things in passing before we can get on to the meat of why we are here tonight. And I will not tell you why, but we'll get there. And it's going to be tough tonight. But let me just say some things in passing. You know, recently I was reading through the front page African newspaper, and I read through and I saw this report from the Liberia Electricity Corporation that stated clearly, and they admitted that the 50 megawatts that Ivory Coast was supplying to Liberia from Weah's administration time, because they gave us 50. That 50 there, according to the front page African newspaper, is now cut to 10. So the people took 40 back. That's why you're experiencing these power sharing all over now. And according to the AEC boss, and who himself worked with CRSG, they understand all of that. He said due to debts. Due to debts. So Liberia not able to pay due to debts. And it reminds me about the Unity Party indebtedness that CDC inherited. Unity Party is always noted for taking this country into serious debts, and it has to be another party to come and relieve that. You remember the last time when CDC got to power, it was the same Unity Party. Their entire 12 years, they made Liberia to owe about 11 million to the CSSG. Until we then wanted to, in fact, when we then came on, they saw that as a serious hurdle. What they wanted to do was to even contract a new power sharing, something that was being, they call it cap power. Cap power, they wanted it to be on sea. But the EU and the European Union, the US Embassy, all the diplomatic communities who have invested a lot in power in Liberia, they wrote a communication going against the CDC for doing that. Because it says CDC should be able to pay the debt. You can't say you're avoiding debt, then you want to bring quick fix solution to can't do this. No, it doesn't work like that. So they even wrote, the records are there. These are things that I'm talking, the records are there. That's why I'm saying I'm objective. The records are there. CDC needed to pay those debts. Debt that CDC did not create. CDC needed to pay those debts. So we are left and decided to go to Ivory Coast, talk with the Ivorian president, and beg him and say, we'll pay some of the money, but we want for you to please help us with power supply. We'll be paying some. So that relationship between Ivory Coast and that of Liberia, they begin to build. That how you saw we are prioritizing the issue about the Moncofe CRSG plant that you see there. We went for the inspection. And the current AEC boss even told us that that project before we as a tenancy was at 20%. That's where the Unity Party left it. They didn't prioritize it. They left it at 20%. As of the time we went there, the last time, he said it was almost 80%. And you were talking about sometimes back in July, Liberia will have had a full-fledged CRSG power line running through. And that was why he gave credit to Samuel Toye, that of the president, the former president. Those are things, those are records that are there. I'm not asking you what I'm putting it up. You go and do your research on it. I don't lie about these things. So Liberia began now to say, look, we can now do this here and there. And guess what? What we did as Liberians? That is what you people didn't understand. So Liberia decided to work also on the Moncofe hydro plant. So that we don't have any depend, because getting on CRSG line will be buying current all the time. Buying current all the time. Taking. That means we got to pay. So when you heard Money Captain telling Samuel Toye that this other rainy season we had enough power So that power, we decided to pay back some of our debt. Okay, let me ask you, let me talk to one of my friends here, one of my students here, very smart. He also tells me, J, let me be blunt with him. So he tells me that in America, they have their own solar plant antenna that they can put on their houses. So the solar plant, when you have it there, it gets enough power that the country would take some. The country would take some. That means America would take some of that power, then they pay you for it. That means if your solar is so charged to the extent that it takes in enough power, the state will take some of the power and then issue check to you for it. Yeah, in there, your ask people in America, well, it's not possible. Though you are on, because your solar grid, your solar plant, or your solar that you have on your house will be connected to the national grid. So the moment you have enough power, automatically it will switch off from there. Then you will see that because it's surplus, they will take some. They will take some, but they will pay you for it. They will issue check. The same way when you're using their current, you paying bill, they will also use your solar power and then also pay bills towards that. Ask anybody in America who's doing solar something on their house is connected to the national grid, to the federal government's grid, power grid. So he said that. So I'm just trying to say that it is possible. It may not be everywhere, but but it's possible. That means the possibility is there. That one we're trying to look at. It may not be everywhere, but it is possible. The possibility is there because it's happening. So if it can happen in America, what made you think that Liberia could not get enough power here from the Moncoffey hardware and say, look, these people, they are 50 something the same year we get power. So since we owe them plenty of money, we'll send some. Since we get plenty of money, we'll pay some. It's possible. But you look at it and say, we get plenty of current or this, that, and I say, you see, some of you don't even look at whether it is possible because you condemn anybody. First, ask yourself the question: is this thing the person talking possible? Ask yourself the question: is this thing the man talking? Is it really possible? If it is not possible at all, then you say they want to lie. Because let's say, for instance, Agricos is telling you 50. But during the rainy season, do you still need a 50? No. You will now have more as well. But again, you will have to pay back some Africa's debt. But you don't have the money to pay. And Africa is using the power to supply and sell to other countries, right? So you can pump back power into Africa's so that you pay back some of their debt to that power. Then they take it and then send it to other countries that don't have power supply as it is. That's what happens. Is it not possible? And what's happening now in Liberia is that the Unity Party is not there for debt. Look, let me tell you something. Let me give you a classic example. Go to the national legislature. Look, the ministries and agencies are using the electricity free. Honor, we are. Thank you very much, Uriah or Jimena. Jimena said, right now I'm doing it. Yeah. So these guys from America, most of them, they are now commenting and saying, yes, that's true. And and Divado do the same in Delaware. Yeah. So that's it. And these are all facts. So if it is possible, if technology can work that way, and our power plant here at Moncoffey Hydro is connected to the COSG line, it's possible. Goluluo is also saying that it is true. I do have solar panels over my house. My current bills has reduced, and I have received regarding my current that was generated from my solar panels, which my electricity bill was credited. These are all facts. To I then say that thing, you did the party post. Oh, whether the bro can say current to Africa, whether the bro can say current to Africa. What kind of people are in this country who are saying these things? You didn't ask yourself the question to see whether it is possible. The possibilities were there. And some of them that were condemning, they knew, they live in America. They know they are some of them are living in America, they own what God said, they don't even correct the problem said. So they don't even have those kind of systems connected. So they believe that it's not possible. Yeah. Himaya bro, thank you so much. He said Central Prime Energy also does the same. Abraham Connor is also saying yes. He said people with solar energy usually sell the energy to companies. Yeah, because that's it. That's a market game. So Liberia get enough current on Moncoffey Hydro during rainy season. We sell about the Africans. We got to pay some of their debt. We sell it to Africans. We give it to them so that it takes away some of our debt that we owe them. So you see that? Is it not possible? It is. But when we're saying nothing about it, now the Unity Party government, because they are greedy and they are used to doing a lot of criminal activities, they all decided to use the power free. That's why you see Mary Project cool down on the whole power 13, because only the ordinary citizens are jumping beyond the ministries and agencies, so rogues. And in fact, they are having their own lemonade friends and things that they are protecting them. So rogues. Everybody just stealing all over the place. They're stealing power. They're stealing the country money. They're stealing the state resources. They're stealing everything. That is what's happening now. Go to the national legislature. You know, the countrymen who get come for the interior and villages and town, and they say the representative and things, their wives and children can open whole freezer. You know, the big air conditioned, let me say the freezer that I put and get that they can put fish into sell. Oh, you don't know that one? Go in some of those offices, you'll see air conditioner. Not air conditioner, sorry. You'll see freezers, big freezers. They will be selling kuwait, so now they can go and fetch the kuwait to their houses. They put it in a representative car. They carry it to the national legislature. They put it in a freezer, in a bus. They will take it from the house. You see how they got are very irresponsible. They will carry the freezer. So when you pass into the house there in there, and you can see current on there, that they are freezer there, that they are kuwait, ice, and all those things. They will take it from there. Then in the morning, they will go and pick up, they put it in a car, then they go sell it in the community. That's what they do. They take that whole legislature to just be some kind of native people center where they get ready, they get big freezer there in their places. Because what kind of people we have in this country who will not even live to dignify themselves? They just live a very cheap, low life. With all the money you're getting, you're not able to buy a generator to your houses. So they will come to the national legislature. Before you see them, they say they live in better life. The ministries and agencies won't forget it. For the common people there, at least together, lay bars them to do their business, that the people then themselves were doing business. But how will it not happen? When Joseph Boaka woman was selling the security NL, the suffering, they didn't get paid. Yeah, they didn't get any pay. The woman was doing cold water business in the yard. So why you think officials working on his administration, they didn't adapt that? Yeah, that's what they are doing in the ministries and agencies. Yeah, that's what they are doing. So as a result, the letter said the business now it gone up. So the man said the people don't call up the money because we ain't got money to pay. Don't see AEC like that, they're struggling. Don't see AEC like this. You know, when you and myself recharging here and there, they are struggling. The small thing recharging with is very, very small. Very, very small. All that small money, then you can be recharging with 20 there and there. You see the power tech people jumping on you, doing all of those things. No, you are not taking power. They want taking all the powers. Go to the ministerial complex and see freezer there. With minister, then their children, children there, or what about they pass here around, all of them they can say now in their community and they say what they call that kind of thing. What kind of wish? These people are state liability. And I always told you people that's their life. This is how they live their lives. On the contrary, they get ready, they want free thing. So the AEC boss in a politician to get her anything. So in from pay Africa, he said a lot of debt the people owe now. So as a result, they call out the supply. So communities that never used to have problem because the COSG line was flowing, the current can be going up now. So now it will go up. So now it will go 5 o'clock in the morning. So now it can't. It will just go like that. So now whole day. So now it will go 2 to 3 times during the day. Now what happening now? Because they got to manage it. Nothing there. Could you imagine we're getting into rainy season now? We stay experiencing fluctuation in power. Taradena, right? And but they're not there because they. TISG line, what it call. So we just hope now that solar plant that we have down there through the visionary leadership of that solar plant something be completed so that it will help small. So that will help small. They say 18 months. I think we have gone some months and so it's no longer 18 months. I think we'll be around something pretty close to maybe 14, 15 or maybe 13 or 14 months now remaining for us to go. Yeah. So that's why it is. That's what happens. That's just what it is. And that's just on our side, right? Yeah, that's just on our side. And I just want to tell you people these things. That the party people were fooling you people during those times. There are a lot of things that are happening. For me, I will not talk some of it that are happening, whatever it is. Let's leave that. And then get to the meat because the time is catching up with us. So let's get to the meat of why we are here tonight. I just say that one in passing. I will talk other things tomorrow again in passing. Then we'll go, yeah. So let's just get to the meat of why we are here tonight. You know, over the weekend, I'm not going to play the speaker because the speaker was very childish. He doesn't even understand governance. That's why I say, oh, Joseph Boga government, they're just confused. Everybody confused. People just make statements that don't even fall within a purview. Yeah. People make statements that don't fall in a purview. And it's terrible. People are listening. That's what I always said. Now, as I'm speaking, there are people in America see me. So they are analyzing as per the society that they are in. As the society that they compare them because they are in. Let's say, for instance, you have a Liberian brother or sister who working in an environment in America and working with other Americans. So when they go listen and they interacting with those people, they just hearing so sense. Then when they come to Liberia now and listen to Liberian people, so nonsense. So you see they sit down there and they get confused because they have an advanced culture where everything people make down there is sense. So as a result, the kind of IQ level of people you relating to. So you can listen to somebody to speaking to similar something, but saying something totally different. It makes it so bad. Especially coming from a speaker. How you speaker, you will say that? You say you order. How you just say that you order people? Could you imagine that? Speaker, let me tell you the only function you get, especially those who are on the executive, the only responsibility you get, that why you don't know, is to call them and ask them about what they ought to do. And if they say they're not doing it, or so and so, in fact, they will put it before you challenges here and there. Then you now say, look, what is it you need to get this thing done? We'll get this thing, blah, 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 done. You support them. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't just sit down in a hole and wake up and just say we order the triple RC, the disaster management to go to what thing. What is disaster management going to do? What did disaster management get to do with that whole thing? Oh, you forgot that Joseph Boga said he was re-strengthening the triple RC. Little did we know that he was only re-strengthening it because he knew crisis was coming. Joseph Boga, he said the reason he's taking call Bangalore from Ministry of Youth and Sports is to now re-strengthen the triple RC because Joseph Boga saw it coming that we were going to have internal displacements crisis. This old man saw these things coming, but we didn't know it. So I myself was asking, what did we not to war? We're not going to war. What thing about triple RC or blah, blah, blah that you say you're going to strengthen, you're going to revive it. If I are the best player, you want to do SYC. Not knowing Joseph Boga was planning to engage in acts that will make Liberians displaced internally. So we are internally displaced. So when you talk about internally displaced people here and there, you jump from there. You just lack coordination. The president just spoke. You woke up from there. You say you're coming to come check. So the president, you didn't sit down to ask every other thing about the country. The president position is supposed to be the position of everybody as a government. Because they'll say the government of the Republic of Liberia has spoken. The president spoke. And up to now, you're still finding out. So when I told you people the last time that the president's speech lacked what really going on in this country, and you say we're lying. So if the members of the national legislature who are fans of the government, who are also part of the government, who coordinate with the executive, who have coordinating responsibilities, if they will leave and tell you, say, we're now going to find out what really happened here. Can you imagine that? After the president has spoken. So, was the president telling us something out of nothing? Absolutely. That we have no idea about? And that's bad. Listen to the frustration in his own hometown. There's one of the old men in here.
As for my community, when the people take my land, I will take my family. I go to the president area, Joseph Boga area, and settle there with my family because I have no area to go again.
Where place Joseph Boga area?
Wasanga.
So you go to Wasanga?
I will go to Wasanga. We go. Yeah, we go live there together. So long he can raise concern for us.
So you go live there, you know.
Yeah, we go there. We all live together. So long if he can't raise concern for our own area,
then come back on the side, right?
As for my community, when the people take my land, I will take my family. I go to the president area, Joseph Boga area, and settle there with my family because I have no area to go again.
Where place Joseph Boga area?
Wasanga.
So you go to Wasanga?
I will go to Wasanga. We go. Yeah, we go live there together. So long he can raise concern for us.
So you go live there, you know.
Yeah, we go there, we all live together. So long if he can't raise concern for our own area, then me, a community belong for everyone of us. We go and share our own area too.
Move on there and come back on the side, right?
As for my
frustration, thanks to Julius J for mustering the courage to go there and talk to these people. This is terrible. I was just listening to Julius today again this afternoon when he was now saying our securities are reduced to just oh God, the guys are reduced to just nothing. This boss sits in Guinea and misbehaving. This boss sits in Guinea and misbehaving. We're not telling you, say, I'm going to go create war. No, that's not what we are. We are saying this guy is misbehaving in Guinea. And he's moving and nothing anybody is telling us. This is bad. Look, when you go in Lofa, there's a friend of mine whom I was talking with. When a guy explaining to me what really happening, I feel sorry for our security force. We are not even our country. The Guinea garden will just go in the bush. They start shaking it. Then you see our security and run away. Oh, they come here again. They come here again. Then you see them running children. Why somebody should treat us like this? We have no pride, no dignity, nothing. No God. Oh gosh, the people treating all of that. The men when they get ready, the men they just shake the bush like that. Ask Judah J, he was there. He said the men are going to put it. What call? Then you see how also and start running away. They say the men come here again. The men come here again. Look at that kind of life that we are living now in this country. This is how our country have been reduced to nothing. We are not telling you say go fight, but you got to make a statement. You, Joseph Walker, you say you have all the connections. In fact, you left from here. You say you went France. You took picture with Macron. And what you told us? You say Joseph Walker met Macron. Macron, Guinea is a colony, colonized by France. Now, this is it, right? You wake up and then you went to Macron. You're not able to call Macron for him to arrange something for you to talk for the boy to stop. What you do? You say you want peace. So when people want peace, the first thing they do is to contact other people because they will not come direct. They will pass through other people to come because they want peace. Because directly when they do direct confrontation, it will lead to problem. So Saint Joseph Walker does not want to have direct confrontation, which will lead to crisis, according to him. What is that effort that Joseph Walker is exerting? None. The speaker who was fighting for entitlement or recognition, going from here to Sierra Leone, sitting and passing all over the place here and there, he doesn't have any contact in the West African sub-region. Nobody got respect for the speaker. Nobody has respect for Joseph Boakai. That's why that boy is treating him like that. Look, let me tell you, in leadership, everybody got somebody that they control. Now, what people they didn't understand, you see, the question I was asking people is, you know, the party people say, oh, the cheated CDC before this, and they acknowledge that the cheated CDC 2005, 2011. But do they know the influence and forces that were behind we are and could talk to we are? Ellen had contacts with people who could prevail over we are. So the moment the election result came and we are the CDC, what they call it, we are, we just received call from one of Ellen's friends, like the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. So Ellen relationship, they say Ellen will go talk to people who know we are. To talk to we are before we are will come down. That's relationship. This is how Ellie managed. And then I want to say, oh yeah, Joseph Boakai know how to talk to anybody to tell CDC to come down in the country. Who he knows? That Guinea right here or taking our country right here. Who he knows that intervening on your behalf? Who do you know? Thank you so much, Jim and Jay. When you take, they meant from the military, and thank you so much for highlighting this. When you take a military gift from your neighboring country, that's how it can end. Guinea knows Liberia's security capabilities because you don't know your strength. You just reduce your strength. You think China will allow for America to supply them bomb or whatever it is? Even if a fake force something that China can face, China will face their own force machine. In fact, it are any nuclear weapon that China, and you saw that fake thing that they go face in Venezuela, that they said they were protecting Venezuela president with, America just when they dismantle everything. Yes, it doesn't matter whether they dismantle it. They are there, China knows that indeed that their own capability, they will not go to America to beg America for America to help them to build their nuclear capability. No, it will not work. They will never do it because they are superpowers. We know we're in a country. Guinea people already getting their head at the king Liberia here to come about the Brussels BB army weapon here, dragon and Tine. We come from there. We have come of age. All million left this country already. We know that we have gone on even peacekeeping missions as well to tell us that we are also capable of doing something too. Then Joseph Boakai can reduce our country to going to beg for pickups. You just reduce us. Then that boy look at you and say, well, why don't we do that? People that we just get 10 pickups, so they were just happy passing around here. Then what did they get? You see the kind of disrespect that is being shown down there? And what the elder then saying, if the men can show concern here and there, the people can take our land. It's bad. Then all of you're waking up. You're just going to the poor era, taking picture. The superintendent of Lofa County also went in and play again, Topia with Guinea picture, Guinea soya there. He sent it again. Why are you reducing yourself to these people? Every day we are running away. We are running away. We are running away. Joseph Boakai has no contacts. The Malabio, he went to Umpa. He know that Malabio Umpa, Guinea went and collected some of his soldiers and carried them, disarmed all of them, collected them and carried them. He had to beg. So who is depending on now? Who Joseph Boakai really depending on now? Who they think about West African? The West African people know that Joseph Boakai, when Liberia was at the brink of crisis for this speakership election, the people send a delegation here. You, Joseph Boakai, you say you don't want to see them. They sent a delegation here. You say you don't want to see those people. And you will not listen to them. Now the people today, they not care time for you. You see how you are abandoned now. You see, because let me tell you, who told you Joseph Boakai does not know what to do? Look, Joseph Boakai knows what to do, but he doesn't have the power. He's not getting what it takes. Eh? He can't. I don't care what happens. The entire ECOWAS. He doesn't have any contact, nothing. Have you seen people saying, oh, we have sent ECOWAS delegation to Guinea to go meet with the Guinean president to understand what's happening? We're going similar thing to send somebody to Liberia. Have you seen them doing that in recent time? No. They haven't done that in recent time. Because they're not doing it. They will not do it. Joseph Boakai is in touch with nobody. Nobody. He has no connection. Nothing, absolutely. That's the kind of country you are in now. So you seen it? So what's happening? Now, let me tell you the other part of it, which is very important. So over the weekend, we're getting there, right? We are getting there. Over the weekend, let me tell you the real secret behind that whole Lofa thing. I'm sensing something more political there. So over the weekend, in a town hall meeting, Representative Thomas Fala said something. Do you people remember during the senatorial by-election in Lofa County? It was Joseph Boakai, Bernard Ure, I think Nyobri Kanga Lawrence, and the entire opposition bloc at the time. You saw them, they went there, right? And you heard Yege Koloba when he was pretending to be breaking grounds. You heard Yege Koloba saying he will put Thomas Fala in truck and send him back to Guinea. You heard Yege Koloba saying that, right? Back to Guinea. Joseph Boakai was the one that relayed that information to Yege Koloba and told him that Thomas Fala, then they are of the Kisi from Guinea. They are the Kisi from Guinea. They, Joseph Boakai, they are the Kisi from Sierra Leone. So Thomas Fala, then, they are the Kisi from Guinea. So, when this issue unfolded, I was hearing, I saw on Facebook some other guys from Francis Yimale Kel. They were saying that, some former CDC officials, and they were not wanted to be clear. Some former CDC officials are the one that went down there and told the people in Guinea that there is SYZ, that how can the Guineans came and then confiscated the machine. They never wanted to be clear. So there is a story. There is what's unfolding. Just from what I listened to over the weekend, just listen to what's happening now. Thomas Fala's brother is George Fala. George Fala is the CDC head in Lofa County who was there, especially in the 4-year belt or whatever it is, very instrumental in seeing to it that the CDC had a strong grip there. And it was the George Fowler man who took on most of the contracts to even build the city hall, getting there to get the same money to build the city hall and do all of those things. It was George Fowler. So when Unity Party took over, so many of you were saying, oh, Thomas Fowler, yeah, the reason they decided to come down, because some of them, they want to protect their family, especially the kind of way Unity Party was just going, jumping on people like Francis Yimali, then get problem with George Fowler there for taking them here, there, blah, blah, blah. So they don't want for their families to position and things. Some of these things, it could be for family reasons or whatever it is. But you could see the robust nature. I wish United Party were going, taking people from jobs, doing XYZ. So George Fowler was the one who had a contract to produce sand. Go there, man, sand from there, and they put it in trucks and whatever they bring it. So Francis Yimali, to incapacitate or to undermine the prowess or the economic prowess of Thomas Fowler in the 4-year belt. Francis Yimali will tell you that yes, if anybody can link me to that company, SYZ, I think he's talking about document trails. You will not find the document trails. You know how people can do corruption in this country. You will not find that. So Francis Yimali is the one that used somebody and they have that company. In fact, Joseph Boga had always had that BK Enterprise. One of my old man told me something recently. That Francis Yimali had been operating with that BK Enterprise in Tanya. One time they were doing car loading something. It has a long history. Long history. That BK Enterprise. Until Francis Yimali wanted to take the woman document to do SYZ until he to steal. And then say they can bring in cars and things. BK Enterprise. So they now decided to use that BK Enterprise to bring in dredging machine. Francis Yimali there. So they brought in the dredging machine. When they brought it now, they took the contract from George Fowler, who is a brother to Thomas Fowler. It was not merely because the man is from CDC, no, because Thomas Fowler was already doing business with the Unity Party. The issue about CDC is not an issue in 4 years as we speak. It's a non-issue now. So, their thinking is that it is Thomas Fowler who George Fowler is representing, and because George Fowler was not happy, and George Fowler is from the Kisi background from Guinea, it is George Fowler who went in Guinea and told the Guinean people that, oh, these people there is SYZ that they do, they are using dredging to mine all over. That's what they think. That is not the case though, but that is what Francis Yimali them they are thinking. So it is the Kisi from Sierra Leone versus the Kisi from Guinea. So they want to make it look like it is Thomas Fowler, then the Kisi from Guinea, that launched the complaint to the guys from there saying that these guys, they are doing SYZ here. So currently, when you heard Thomas Fowler say, I challenge anybody to come and say here that we are the ones that did SYZ. It's not true. In fact, Thomas Fowler brought George Fowler and stood up, say, the town hall that was sitting down in here, so to get all the things here, that the man went for all these things and brought it here. We never had any issue. So what will make us to think that this is what happened? But because, you know, people may not understand, right? Because these people want to get at Thomas Fowler there. Because they want to get at George Fowler, especially for Francis. That Francis Yimali business, all the things that happening. Yeah. You don't even know what Joseph Boga able to do for Francis Yimali business. Joseph Boga called a speech from Francis Yimali. In fact, it was because of Francis Yimali. The Unity Party folks that they had in that Lofa area, that 4-year belt there, that district, it was because Joseph Boga wanted for Francis Yimali. When Unity Party had a candidate, Joseph Boga decided to tell Francis Yimali to go. Joseph Boga, he was undermining the Unity Party. At the time, the Unity Party had a candidate that they proffered in the election that Francis Yimali won as independent candidate. Joseph Boga undermined the Unity Party interest because of Francis Yimali. That they see Joseph Boga So that thing that you see happening down there, so it will go deeper. Very, very deep. And if you're not careful, these people will turn it to Kisi of Sierra Leone or Kisi of Sierra Leone versus Kisi of what? Or Guinea. That's what's happening. You know, when these things are happening, I can you just read between the lines. How Jega Koluba got to know that Thomas Fala is a Kisi from Guinea? So they will put in the truck the same back to Guinea. And Joseph Boakai gave that story. Because at the heart of the election at that time, Joseph Boakai was ready to segregate the whole of Lofa County and tell who from where. You know, Joseph Boakai does not care. When he's ready for anything, he will tell you who from where. He will tell you exactly what it is. So he said, Thomas Fala is from what? Guinea. So that the Kisi from Guinea, that they won't go against their fellow Kisi then from Foya. Because the Kisis from Foya, the Kisi from Sierra Leone, they are targeting the Kisi from Guinea. That's the kind of politics that they bring in our whole region. So that thing, if it comes into certain war, something, it will become nasty because the guys, the Kisi community in our whole Foya will split. You will not believe when we say that, when we say that people were to the border, citizens took up on whatever to go defend their area. Those same guys that Francis Humanity used, those same guys that Francis Humanity used during the time you were chasing Thomas Faladay to go kill Thomas Faladay. That those same guys then Francis Humanity used to go to the border to find Giri. The Francis Humanity group there, the militant group there. So we're seeing that like all Liberians are going to defend and protect themselves. No, they were going to fight against the Kisi from Guinea. And no elements of the Kisi from Guinea, they are in Foya. So when they got ready for them, that's why you saw them chasing those Kisi guys from Guinea. So you were asking yourself a question, but all of y'all from Foya, why would certain people take arm against other people and shooting them to kill them like, I know Tamaden, how Tamaden down there? Because the guys believe that those other people, they're from Guinea. They are the President Humanity whole strength. When President Humanity ready to rig election in that place, that what they call a several you can go for you want to vote them. When Joseph Boakai is ready, that several ever he will go. You see what's happening? That conflict is deep. It's more trouble issues, and all are now evolving in it. So the President Humanity guys, because President Humanity still run the wrong in that place. That the kind of fight that going on there in that place. So you see what's happening now? That is the problem. And for us to sit and allow our country going away, because of this kind of petty greediness, those kind of petty greediness, and whatever it is, what the essence of those kind of fight? Because Francis Humanity should be. Joseph Boakai will never take any action because Francis Humanity is involved. So let's forget about whether somebody carry complaint. Let's agree without, just for the argument's sake. Let's agree that somebody carry complaint. What is happening, is it right? No. It's about dredging. Forget about who carries complaint or whatever it is. These guys want to divide this country, and they are trying their best to divide it, especially that Lofa County area. They grieve for power, all those things Francis Humanity and put themselves in. To be talking about Kisi from Sierra Leone versus Kisi from Guinea, all that kind of politics then that they playing now, it's dangerous. From the day I heard Yeke Koluba, Joseph Boakai backing Yeke Koluba to call Thomas Fala, who is a Kisi from Foya, to say the other Kisi here from Guinea will put that the player knew that Joseph Boakai can do anything just for power. The guys are bad, and our country can be like this. You can't be having travel sentiments into such. Where Yeke Koluba took that statement from to say Thomas Fala from Guinea? Where he took that from? To say Thomas Fala from Guinea. He didn't say Thomas Fala from Sierra Leone. He didn't say I was saying you about Sierra Leone because Yeke Koluba knew that Joseph Boakai is a Kisi, Well, Joseph Boakai is from Sierra Leone. But Joseph Boakai was the one that told Yeke Koluba that the Thomas Falame here, he's not from here. They are uno Kisi, and not the real Kisi that in the hour for here. They come from Guinea. When you heard Thomas Fala saying nobody should hide behind anything, let the elders spot out anybody. If anybody is wrong, let it be. Nobody should be able to divide us because of political reasons. We should pray for our country. Forget about politics. Pray for your country. What's happening is tense. Journalists have gone there and they know it's tense. The guys don't want to tell the story. Our people are losing grounds. The guys are serious. What will make Domoya very stubborn like that? Certain messaging is bad. Those are the kind of messaging that make things to go beyond what you think. Let's pray. The president needs to take leadership. The president needs to be bold and be blunt. He needs to beg people to reach out. If President Boakai can just wake up now and call George Weah and say, this thing here is too much. If you have some contacts, help. This is our country. Let's forget about politics. You call Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Do you have some contacts? Help. This is about our country. But I don't want for us to see ourselves going to war. So it's now time that you people do. That's what people get. That's when people get together as leaders to say we use our own respective contacts. Because somebody knows somebody. That's the one thing about it. Somebody just knows somebody. Somebody just believes in somebody. So you use that person to make sure that it works. For the sake of the country. They will not sit back. But the moment we are takes up and start making some intervention out there, it will wake up blue. We are want to undermine the government. The president is capable enough to do that. Why? When they came up with that propaganda that we are went and called French president, we have said no. You're listening to the press with this. We have said the person in charge now who controls all these things, blah, 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 is the president. He's capable enough to deal with the situation. And we support him and we follow his lead. We support him and we follow his lead. Simple. This is where we are. Into the wise is quite sufficient. We may have played our politics, but it's now time that we get together as Liberians and call on our leaders to take the right step. Lofa County, portion of Lofa County is going away. We are very much careful in saying some of these things. They are deeper things. So, let's get to the lines and interact with your callers right here on this dial. The first caller we get to, we got time is of essence. Hello, how are you doing?
Good evening, Brother Eddie.
Yeah, let's go ahead quickly.
Yeah, I'm teacher. What he says, we're calling for the Boy Kuta.
Okay.
Yeah, but Eddie said it right. It's in a job of contact. Somebody will be over somebody. When you get contact, you look for a person that somebody the person believes in. I believe that to me, I get somebody that get influence over to me. But when you not get contact, at the end of the day, the follower of your nation is suffer. And what get you out this? And one of the things again, when they do not take power, I don't know that they can hear that don't want to order to me. They kill you like yeah. I'm not put 10 on the order to me. All that thing to me, no say, but they put out your power, they put your power in your mayor. And too bad I wasn't no, I get sending me over to you. Because we sending me over to you, tell me that anything happen to the mayor will be held responsible. We will send me over to you to make people. Everybody 2 months know that I will send me over to you. So the moment we turn on me order to me, I do me but anytime I step on the garden, they can get 1 power over me. And one of the great mistakes we ever make, I can remember the day of Costa and we Costa did it in the Wayne Sierra. Our government at that time, your government didn't want to demonstrate Costa over back to Wayne Sierra. The government said no. They get take Costa over to us. They better Costa go where you go in and anything we are saying, Costa kind of like we want to arrest Costa, we get arrest Costa. At the end of the day, the government did not honor the Costa to us. But the moment I'm happy, If I pay the young man, until now, no, I can't with that young man. And so I listen to climate this morning, I listen to the afternoon. And today, they said the same thing. They said the thing happening in Lofa, must take a bit small thing. That thing are going on live. At the end of the day, come on, can't touch sweet talk, my project not panic. I want to be panicked and nothing go yay. And the other young men, they no peer power test. I have them not be peer power test. And here they make us be over there. Not them go for it. I want to make them on the phone. They see they standing down and see them. I want to make them. They cannot be afraid. Or you go say you go for immigration whatever. Immigration, that are not coming into our country.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Hello, how you doing? Yours enough. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, how is that?
I'm fine. Please go on.
Yeah, I'm able to connect online here. Yeah, that's why you say it's not like before we saw the sun. After the later party, people broke our party further down. We come to protest. If we have other choice, that is now. But we are the one that came out. So we the Liberians, we just need to prove our country
in. You off? Sorry. So let me get on to the next one. Hello? 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 Yeah?
Good evening.
Good evening. Let's listen to you.
So, thank you, Brother Eddie, for your discussion. Former Baga should be able to call meeting for the former president there and some other government official or some other hierarchy of the country so that they can put one idea together to be able to solve the problem at the local region there. Because if they not do it, if anything start in the country, it will be too dangerous and desperate. And now anything like that we just discuss, we recover from war. It's about 26 years now, so we recover from war. We now war in the country again. Thank you.
Thanks, boss. I love that. And let's work together for the sake of our country. It's now time we come together as one family, one people. Hello, how you doing?
Hi, tomorrow, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so definitely talking for the council of West Point.
Okay.
Maybe we need to pray, yeah, Baba.
Certainly.
This is not politics. Someone that on the street that in the community we hearing arguing and for a war before that we should not pray for those things. Now we are speaking now. We have people you will not tell me say you come for Grenku, you didn't have family or your sister don't marry to any kid in there in Lofa. No, we interrelated.
You're right.
This is not politics. Now people that live in their family where are we hearing that people living their farm, they live in their farm.
You're right.
They live in their daily basis, they are living, they're going some different area. Like discover war. So if anything coming in the country, it's clear. We are asking people who the spiritual people, our Muslim, our Christian brothers that believe in God for Muslim nation power. Let it come together, let us get into prayer. How best that call over the server. For a live with the people, a live with the council of confusion. I can call the council of churches. They live with the council of confusion. My brother, they can't do your country will change the everything. So I feel that those who can that believe in church, who want to hold fast, they will get in church or hold fast. You got to see the real direction of the thing. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your contribution. We appreciate that. Let me get on to the next caller right here on this day. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, Ebi.
Yeah, let's hear from you, Medicine, quickly.
Ebi, thank you so much for the show. You know, Ebi, I've broken down a few days. I was trying to reach out to prominent people in the CDC to prevail on President. We have to use his contact around the world to put pressure on Guinea to withdraw from Liberia. And that president told me, President, we will not do it. And the president is right. These people, when President we was president, they forgot that we are one country. Like in the United States, whether a Democrat win or a Republican win, the two countries still come first. Whoever is the president, the country come first. They say all the negativity, all the worst, even up to today. Unity Party people do not even know that whether people in the CDC are sound people, whether they are educated, they don't even know that. They look at all we are nobody. We don't know anything. We are brainless people. So a president we are using this contact right now to put that into an end. We say Aboga did it. The common example when President we have broken all the deal for Liberia to get UN Security Council seat. When he got it, he said that Aboga That government did it. President, when they built a fire city hall, they took sand from that river because that's the only big road that get good sand in that place.
Yeah.
Why Guinea deny a entire library? So they're apparently created, let them solve it. They don't solve it. What got your country? Thank God your country. It's not even country number. Thank God your country. The Guinea people will keep coming. I'm told that they took another second village today. The township is like K something. They took it. They will be taking that place gradually. Let them even come and take fire. I told one Lofa who is my friend. It's in your bio. In your president that you posted up so much. Cannot defend in your own country, in your own township, in your own district. That Liberia can defend. It on them. It on them. Let them solve their own problem. Now, there's only one president at a time. Dave Boga is the president of Liberia. Let him solve the problem that he created. Thank you, AB.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. I appreciate that. Let me get on to the next caller. Hello, how are you doing? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah, AB, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. Please go on.
AB, I don't understand what is really going on with our leadership, with we carry in Liberia right now. AB, do you know that the Guinean chief of staff visited Ebola today and crossed into Liberia?
Okay.
The army chief of staff crossed into Liberia, deploying men and giving them strict order.
Baro. Hello? Hello?
When you speak, they say, we don't want war. Nobody is saying Liberia should go to war. But that is disadvantage. We got you guys as our leaders. What's going on? We need to know. We need to know. If you guys are rating ECOWAS, we want to know whether you are rating the AU. We want to know whether you are rating the European Union or the Americans to see what's going on to our border. We can't see Guineans and creating tension. Our people are leaving the farms.
You're right. Thank you for the share. And in relation to what I was talking, somebody just shared with me in that video of Yaga Koroba saying Thomas Fala is from Guinea. That's fine knowing that. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, please go on. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, thank you, AB. This is the same we are. Joining you from a Logan resident. AB, let me first of all condemn the situation at the Bola. But then sometimes, AB, we have to be started in opposition. For us, we are putting country first now, but we are not putting the country first. There was a statement made even by this president that if he doesn't win, that would be the end of this country. Why you were talking about war? This is what is happening on a war. It's not even happening different country, but it's all country that he comes from. Because it's weak. We expected the president at this time to call all the former leaders. That certain countries you may not have, Joe, we may have, and I said he may have. Because when the man sees that he's a president, so everything is only Joseph Boakai. It's weak. It's weak. The only thing we saw the speaker out of the police director going to the border, making fun of Liberia. The first thing, yeah.
All right, thank you so much. Somebody just share with me the video where you the election what's happening.
The first thing, yeah. Pulutazo to put my father in the council. Let's go for Mingo. Yes, I go 1 year. How did go to put it back up in the casting? Mingo Guinea. They tell 1 year. I will not allow. So get black the police so you can come against. I'm not
juncture, Joseph Boakai is standing right there, fold his hands in front of him. Why Yeke Koloba is denigrating another son of Lofa County and calling him a Guinean. So now I just thought to play this so that you know where this whole thing is coming from, how they look at Thomas Faraday and their own Kisi. Joseph Boakai is Sierra Leonean Kisi, Thomas Faraday is Guinean Kisi. Guinea is encroaching. Joseph Boakai and Francis Yumani want to blame the put full of wickedness. The men will destroy this country. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello?
Yeah, please go on.
Yeah, how is that, GDB?
Fine, please go on, quickly.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I want to thank you very much. Yeah, I got one question I got. The question I got is, they are men of God who said, to be enter in. So how you want people to, to tell people to say that they want war? Because he said when the people, anybody who leave the country with just a uniform enter in the country, and they are invading the country. So in that war, you guys, I give you 2 or 3 days to leave from down there, or else I get there without easy. But the people want war. You want to put something that they want war for? So for me, I just feel that show you. Let's see that war topics and let go people let them go down.
All right. Thank you, Chief. Hello, how you doing?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
I'll call you on animated. Maybe some of us from Kisidu. The parent have house in Kisidu. The parent have house in Kisidu in Guinea. That is not the Kakoro the new law. That means Guinea. That means not like Guinea. To be fair with you, some of us from Guinea, the parent have houses in Kisidu. I just forgot to call the community name. But I will call it. One day I will tell you the community name in Kisidu. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Hello, how you doing? Hello? Yeah?
Thank you for the topic of discussion in there, AB. Every leadership is not from God.
Wow, your line is too terrible. Sorry, please, you can call back. Just adjust and then call us back if you can. Hello, how you doing? Yeah?
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Please go on. Let's listen to you.
My name is Mana Passe. We are calling from Brazil, Patriotism community.
All right, let's hear from you, Pastor.
Yeah, brother, you see the issue here. We shouldn't take it to be a politics, One, we should be in the interest of the country. As no one should say Joseph Boakai day and that. 1 hour security, they didn't plenty. And 2, they didn't get support.
You're right.
And you see war is a support.
You're right.
You will not see security, what manning a country. You didn't pay attention to them. And you should be expecting them to leave their family raise their life. That is number 1.
You're right.
2, things like this going on, we should be in the interest of the country. It shouldn't be politics. Now they're taking portion of Liberia land. They shouldn't be politics. We should come together how to get our place back. Because our citizens are crying. If they change the allocation of that identical place, even their family was doing, they will not get no empowerment to support their children. The things that they're going on, people shouldn't bring politics level. We should come together and get our.
You're right. You're right about that. Thank you so much. You're right. Hello, how you doing?
Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Mohammed Party. We're calling from Broward Iron Gate.
Mohammed, please go on.
Yeah. KB, thank you for your discussion. We always follow you, and you get doing a job of the people of Liberia.
Thank you.
We've been doing a job for years now, and you've been on the radio. Maybe everything we say on the radio at that time, the campaign period, before even the campaign, Boakai is not ever. Boakai have not exhibited no leadership ever. Even township leadership, you have not exhibited it for you to see it. They say, yeah, the man is a good person. He never.
And he's somebody who very ungrateful. And anybody who ungrateful, God will always bring you down. That's what happened to all those that made black. You're ungrateful to them. And what you see today, his government, simple thing like that border issue, that simple thing, it can happen even in the interior. When people go make fun, their confusion can come up, people go right at the edge of that area and to solve it. But Bracket cannot use a method to use a wisdom where people claim that he has wisdom. He had nothing. So they lie, it be. Every time God went to disgrace the United Party government and the head of their government, Bracket, he knows nothing about leadership because he never stayed with his parents. He was ungrateful to his own parents. That's why his man that was disabled, he never looked in the direction of disabled today. If your man was disabled, help the disabled. You see how the disabled wasting on Broad Street. So nothing good will come out of the government. I can tell anybody free. So thank you. We'll just be talking nothing because they made a curse.
Okay. Thank you for your contribution. We appreciate that. Let me get on to this one. Hello.
Hello, AB.
Yeah, hello. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, AB, this is Simanda Nimne, and I call from Minnesota, the USA.
Okay.
AB, thank you for the show, and thank you for the enlightenment, because, you know, if you are not you, like when people will not know what is unfolding in the Joseph Boakai regime. But thank God that God should send you. And you are God sent. You see, better we that in the Christian don't make a man of God to swear. The man said,
to talk to the people of Guinea. So they get tell them what to have to brother. Very good job for Bangana. So I'll tell my pastor at least to go, to hear labor strength for his labor. But he go to tell the team. So but I will get all the wisdom. Look at what we want to do. All around. The food that let me take. So
right. Anyway, thanks for your contribution. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, boss. Quickly, let's hear from you, sir.
Hi, Camille.
I'm fine.
This is Fanny Caddy, 1 million we and follower of State Bank Wheel.
Funny. Let's hear from you, Papa.
Yeah, thank you for your topic on that discussion. However, I want to ask you. Somebody that get 48 years experience, or not just 40 years, somebody that really get experience, you do not get experience. You don't want to tell a person anything to listen to you.
No, but you got to take some now. Because everybody, the thing you get experience, I may not get experience. It depends on what you get experience in. Because experience is in general, but what you got experience in.
The reason I ask you a question, they also have 48 years experience, and Joey according to them, Joey have no experience. You are Unity Party today, what they may have really done, they will tell you the party get experience. Can Unity Party ever tell you what they may really done for this country, they will tell you that they may get experience. So, not allow that experience in the country.
Why the experience take out the war? What kind of experience you be depending on when the experience not working?
That experience that he used today. I bet you no. These people are coming from Black Kima country and AB. Those people there, you know, the people that telling the people that in the village that the jobs are coming in the school too. That job we are bringing it, they're telling the old man in the village there. Yeah, I tell you, you are seeing.
Okay, no problem.
So now if we the job we are go to Dumuya and BP, you know how they will see them in Abakai. How the people they take this to be somebody like figure heavy. They're not trying to be any person in this country. Once institution, they're not thinking to be somebody. So they're not allowed that. Then they use their experience that they get.
Okay, thank you. You're on our time over now. Thank you. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, Ruben Kane. Let's hear from you quickly, then I get to Man CC. Yeah.
We have to look out for the soccer fight. Don't you know that these people are gained by this junta when they go into power? This government, they now rob those people. I'm thinking about it. Because even look at the summer border, because I know that play well, coming to Conado, all of those areas here. But something is telling me that this government matter rob these people for a particular purpose. Remember, even the guy who was those that were chasing from Guinea, that
yeah, the Sherry guy.
He was highly backed by this government that they could not stand. But just they gave this speaker, you saw that man was scary. The Bible says he right that man, they killed him in Guinea. So I'm just calculating myself that these people, besides the other promises were made, and then these people, our government now could now go through. It's what these people are doing this thing. For the time that Omen will go in Guinea, every meeting they had there have been conceived. Nothing can come for it. They pay in this BK company now. Who owns the BK company? Nobody can identify who owns this company.
Okay.
It's in spirit. Think about it,
right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Man CC quickly. Hello?
Hi, baby.
Yeah, fine. Please go on. Let's listen to you. Okay, we're listening. You getting me? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. We're listening. We are hearing you. Can you please go on?
Oh, I thought you not hear me. How you doing, my son?
We're doing fine.
Yeah, this is my city. I'm calling from Florida. I hear you talking about we should come together as one family and talk for our country. We look just here in the team. If I was just here by now, we're not going to hear your ear. They're going to say, oh, we're not able to country. He's doing X, Y, Z. He's not what's happening in the country. So I'm going to call Jerry and say we must join as one family to go to Dumuya to go to our country. Go to making new land. Office in a corner school. Go to Dumuya and go back in whatever. You got to make there for a 2 years experience. Then you have to for 2 years experience and go to Dumuya. What but for me is that he wants to Guinea. You're shaking hands. What the problem now when you came back 3 o'clock in the came back 4 o'clock in the morning and declare on one leg. Or in the street. He will go and go use the influence to talk to Dumuya. He will not do it. Tell him to go for power now. And then I will save our land now. And save our land. Now we seem to be in fear, Eddie. We seem to be in fear. We're going to get sleep book.
Right.
All the government. So what's going on? You tell them about taking two and now in that place. Two villages. Then you find go and the point at the theater, therefore, my brother come in jail and the portion you follow through into our land. If we wrong with that, let go pay the Guineans, they will run. Let no one happy, they happy. They be free way. They listen, they show, they whatever they buy us. What you're going to do, you're living with us. We beg you over there tomorrow. We're not plenty. They will not tell us to objecting them. But we'll go to we are going to go and go John, to say, Baka. What do everybody in the country will expect for the 2 years, for the 4 years experience? Let me go use the experience. So everything that we're talking about, and they will get born naked in this country, threatening people that he work and go to Guinea to kill people there. They be calling for to tell you, say, oh, what are you doing that for? Calling for questioning. They will care for in the country. It will be better with someone setting Guinean soil that he work and go to Guinea and kill people. You think that making it hard for us? You make it hard for us. They don't call that man for born naked and fire you and put it back. But you get it out of hand. You get it out of hand now. What's that? They put not able to sleep up in peace. Over there suffering. Get food to eat. Then if you get no one on us, then we go to a lot of that safe in a boy. We protect the bed for all that. We're not going to the boy who they RG get it for more. So we're backing them. If they get making a year or country and lose, that's what you're in problem. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Mom, for your contribution, and thanks to all. At least we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible, and I know Jesus can make it work.
In the morning.
And so we are grateful. And so, folks, that's all the time we've got tonight. Sorry, there was some bit of interruptions in the internet speed. But with God, all things are possible. I want to say thanks to all of you for the time. Like we said, we just need to put all aside, our differences aside, and forge ahead for our country. Let us have a peaceful country, and then cause all our noise on the peace. That's good. That would be great. And so, folks, that's all the time we've got tonight. My name is Superman Godson. We are back here tomorrow, God willing. Do have a pleasant night. Bye-bye.
No other name restore. Hope in the morning light. First thing on my lips is your name. Through the calm and through the fight, forever you remain the same. Mountains move when you speak a word. Oceans bow at your command. Heaven and earth declare your glory. Your creation lifts their hands. Yeah. No other name can save. No other name restore. Every knee will bow, every tongue confess. Your name is higher than all, stronger than walls that ever before. Jesus, forever we proclaim power and glory in your holy name. Your name is healed. Your name is healed. Breaker of chains, forever the same. We shout it loud, we're not ashamed. There is power in your name. Call him Yahweh, call him Savior, call him Alpha, Omega, name above every other name. We lift you high and we proclaim your name is victory, reigning in might. Hope for the lost, strength in Christ our King. Your name is Jesus, reigning fast. Nobody goes, strength belong. Jesus, Jesus, forever we sing. Glory and